Hey YouTube, this is Billet 20. So I got the stock alternator out. I cut these two wires here, go to the stock location harness. I'm going to extend these just with some standard speaker wire. This is like 18 gauge, 24 gauge or something like that. It's really thin, so it doesn't need to be that thick. I'm going to extend that so it reaches over to the bottom of the triple alt bracket. I'm going to put the stock alternator here, so I'm relocating it from here, and I'm going to put it here on the bottom. So I'm going to extend these factory wires here, and then this is the 4 gauge wire that goes on to the alternator, and it comes from here. This is the factory fuse location. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the 4 gauge factory wire out of that fuse location, and I'm going to extend this as well because it doesn't reach the bottom. It doesn't go through. It'll be over and things like that. So I'm going to extend that. I got some 4 gauge copper wire. I'm going to heat shrink and put some Tech Flex over to protect it from the heat from the engine. And this is the stock location. These are the same 2 wires that you've seen from the factory that I'm going to be extending. And I'm going to put that on the bottom. Then in the factory location, I'm going to be putting my custom Billet 20 370 amp alternator from Autotech Engineering. That's going to go in the stock location. This is my 2007 Chevy Tahoe LTZ, my project that I'm working on, my daily driver and car audio project. So when I pop the hood, you'll see the Billet 20 370 and the standard Autotech Billet 370. So the 2 370s will be right here on top as soon as I open the hood, and on the bottom it will be the stock alternator for the truck. So stay tuned. I'm getting everything together now. I'm going to get the wire, everything dialed in, crimp the lugs, put some Tech Flex over the wire to protect it from the heat, and I'm going to heat shrink the terminals and everything, and get everything dialed in. So when I get this next part together, just showing you guys the steps of me getting this triple alternator bracket in. It's not a hard job. Anybody can do it. Just take your time. This bracket is from Dan at Blueghost.org. This is his triple alternator bracket for the 5.3 liter, 4.8 and 5.3 liter V8s for the GMs. Like I said, it's a really solid bracket. This alternator that's on here right now is not going anywhere. It comes with the belt, the hardware, and everything to do it, and it's not hard at all. Just take your time, and I'm pretty sure you can do it as well. So just give me some time. I'm going to be showing the next final step. I have to get it together because if I don't, I won't be able to drive it since you see the serpentine belt is off. So today's my day off, my first day off from my new job, so I'm definitely trying to get it together. And this is what it is from my 2007 Chevy Tahoe LTZ. Hope you like what you see. As always, peace and love. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Hey YouTube, this is Billet 20. This is showing my project that I'm working on. It's my 2007 Chevy Tahoe LTZ. I just finished up my triple alternator bracket. These are my 2 370 amp Autotech Engineering alternators. They have billet cases. It's Autotech, and then custom Billet 20 from Autotech Engineering. I also have the triple alternator bracket. This came from Blueghost.org. Dan is the owner. Very great, very solid equipment. This is not my first time doing business with Dan, and I had a 2000 Yukon Denali with his triple alt bracket. Never an issue. They're solid. But as you see, my stock alternator was right here. I relocated it down here on the bottom. just what I was talking about in my previous videos. So I have to extend the cable. As you can see, if I can get it right here, there's nothing but some speaker wire right there with my fingers pointing. I just extended, that's the power of the harness for the alternator. Then this cable here that is black and blue, that's ran to that fuse location right here. I have to put that on there. That's 4-gauge welding cable. I'll put that on there to help extend, because the original factory wire was a little too short. It was meant to be here in the original housing, so I just had to extend it. Basically, it wasn't a hard job, so I can put the stock alternator down here and I can have the 2 custom ones on top. So the triple alternator bracket from Dan and Blueghost.org comes with the belt, the hardware. It came with all the hardware and the pulleys needed to do the application. This pulley here, and this pulley all came with everything. It's not a hard job at all. I'm no mechanic, but not afraid to, you know, get dirty and try things myself, save myself some money. So if you're the same type and you're looking to get dual, triple, he even has quads for these GMs, definitely give it a try. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck so you guys can see. I'm just trying to get the audio side together, get the electrical up to par first. And once I get the electrical up to par, then I'm gonna be taking the next steps to getting my audio together for this truck. As you see, I have a tire light, seatbelt light, and the airbag light, but there's no battery lights. Because it doesn't have any charging issues. Belts rolling smooth. Runs smooth. I took it for a drive last night. I actually put it in, finished it up late last night. It just got a little too dark to record. I took it for a drive, and I got it up to about 90, between 90 and 100 miles an hour, just to do a hard test, and no issues whatsoever. So the only thing I have to do now is put the positive, and I'm gonna put a negative right here on the alternator to the back. Sorry for the background noise. So I'm gonna put a 2-watt welding cable, power and ground to the back batteries. I'm gonna have 1 run of power and 1 run of ground per alternator to the back. I still have to build my 2 lithium banks. I'm going with C-Max lithium, 480 amp hours. I'm gonna have these 2 370s. I'm gonna see, technically I can use more charging, because 480 amp hours is a little big, and it would help to probably have 2 more. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably, if these 2 can't hold up to charge that big of a bank, then I'll look into getting some more power and possibly changing the stock alternator out to something else. But for the time being, 2 370 amp alternators from Autotech with the triple alternator bracket. Gonna have the stock alternator is charging the truck with the factory battery. I'm gonna have these 2 charging the lithium from my audio. That way I have 2 separate charging systems. Even if something happens to one of these alternators or both, I can always get home. And all I have to do is, like I said, other than the 2-watt, just plug these in. The white one will go to the stud. It's the sense wire. And then this one right here will go to an ignition source. I just tap into the fuse box here to the ignition. And it only comes on when there's, you know, the power to the vehicle. That way it's not on constantly. But so basically, like I said, We got a constant and a non-constant wire harness, 2 runs of power and grounds from each alternator to the back, and that's about it. Just getting my project together. I'm gonna be running some 15s in here, multiple 15s in the back. So stay tuned for more. As always, peace and love. Thanks for watching.